Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another segment of the Daily Article brought to you by Rural Productions. Now remember, anything in these videos are not professional opinion, nor is it financial advice. So if you need that, make sure you seek that out and always do your research, especially now in these times. You must always do your own research, read through the article, see what it means to you, and then go from there. Do not take anything I say in these videos as factual, okay? Always read the articles. Now, if you want to find the articles, head over to my X/Twitter page. I don't even know if they call it Twitter anymore, but head over there, and I usually send them there so people can see them and find them. Most people don't really care about this type of news, but for the select few who want this information, it's going to help you in the long run. All right, so let's jump into this first article. So basically, I guess throughout the weekend, Kamala Harris' speech was supposed to be, more based around, right here it says blockchain and digital assets, but she didn't not once mention that. So basically, all she said in her little speech from Monday evening, we will build a future where we have what I call an opportunity economy, where everyone can compete and have a real chance not just to get by, but to get ahead. But yet she didn't even mention anything about blockchain and digital assets. But I just find this a ploy for both parties to go off of when we're talking about cryptocurrency, because a lot of people want regulation. So you have the left and the right talking about they're going to do more for the crypto economy, but we don't know. We really haven't seen nothing. And, I would love to see a proper structure of, their policies and stuff like that. Something that's, I know there's policies out there, but I need proof, hard proof. Now, if you guys have that, send it to me. Send me a message on X or even just put it in the comments. But I need hard proof, okay? Moving on to the next article. Now, like I said before, both of these parties are just, pandering to the blockchain/crypto communities. But basically, Trump-backed World Liberty Financial whitelists 100 accredited investors ahead of I was going to call it Wi-Fi, WLFi launch. World's Liberty Finance will be a unified platform where users can borrow and lend cryptocurrencies, create liquidity pools, and transact with stablecoins. That's basically what this is about. But there's just so many of those out there. This just makes me question what's the true purpose of them creating this, because there's plenty of, staking platforms and liquidity pool platforms out there that you can use now. So I just think, like I said before, this is a ploy to bring people onto these chains, and I don't know. It's getting kind of messy in my opinion. All right, but read through the article, see what this actually means, and I think this is going to be big because it's supported by the right. You know what I mean? So a lot of people on the right who do not know about cryptocurrency hear about this. He'll probably get a lot of those people to onboard. And for me, I'm all about onboarding, no matter how it is, through art, through gaming, through politics. We need more people in this community, period. There's only a handful of people who understand cryptocurrency, but I digress. All right, moving on to the next article. So this is very important, okay? This leads into this article and the next couple of articles where we have to truly understand not your keys, not your crypto. But this is more of a mistake on the behalf of someone else. But basically, a man who accidentally sent 527 million in Bitcoin to dump sues local council to retrieve them. Report. So basically, this man was looking for a hard drive that he actually sent to the dump on accident, but he had mined back in 2009 worth 1 million of Bitcoin, which is now worth 520 million. So we have to understand that there's a lot of this happening, not just with Bitcoin, but with other coins. And it's going to continue to happen because people don't take the proper, they don't take the proper route and the security to make sure that they keep their stuff safe. and this is just crazy because I doubt that he's ever going to find this. I don't know if this is a real picture or not, but this would be crazy. I don't know. At this point, I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to chop it up as a loss. But 520 million, I would probably be going crazy. But yeah, he basically sues the local consul. And yeah, he's like, I want my money or I want to be able to go look for my money, or I'm going to sue you guys. But I don't think this is their fault. This is his fault. Remember, not your keys, not your crypto. Now, moving on. So this kind of goes back off of our first two videos where we talked about regulation and stuff like that. But basically, the SEC, this just makes me crazy. But anyways, crypto firm, the SEC and other enforcement agencies, I think it's just mostly based SEC, but they basically extracted 19 billion from crypto firms through enforcement action this year. That is crazy. And this article is of October 14. So CoinGecko put out a report stating that U.S. regulators have so far secured more than 19 billion in settlements from digital asset industries in 2024. And this is 2024 alone. We have no regulations. It's regulations by enforcement, which is crazy because it's like, we're not going to tell you the framework and what you can and can't do. But if you do mess up, then we're going to come after you. And I believe that sucks, especially us being, American-based firms, and just well, not all of them are American-based firms, but just from regulation from a U.S. standpoint, period. And we've heard before, there's a lot of countries around the world who do not care about U.S. regulations. They're going to continue to move with the ball, and that's it. But this is just crazy. And where does this 19 billion go? I know not back into our economy. I know not back. They could have took 1 billion of this and created an infrastructure from it. But yet we're sitting here, we're still waiting for regulation. But anyways, moving on. So this is some better news, not from the U.S. perspective, but from the world of digital currency perspective. So basically, the EU MiCA bill is set to shape global stablecoin regulations. That's basically by Binance what they're saying. So basically, the MiCA bill, I believe it was sent out. Let me see if I can find it here. So the MiCA framework, which impacts crypto asset services provides, is set to go into effect on December 30th. Some large European financial institutions are already preparing their digital asset offerings. So remember, 2025 is going to be a big year. Like 2024 is also big because this happens at the end of 2024. But a lot has happened this year in crypto. Like, it doesn't seem like it. It seems like we're moving slow and dragging our feet. But in my opinion, a lot has happened if you just are paying attention, especially come here. If you're looking for more news and you don't think nothing's been happening, come here and you'll see that a lot has been happening behind closed doors. And also in the terms of you move in silence, just like lasagna does. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's just how it is, okay? So this is good. This is better than this. You know what I mean? So let's move right on. So this is very important for people to understand, okay? If you're here now, if you're watching this video, or if you're invested and you've been invested, then you're in the good. But this is something that lets me know, like, this is what's going to happen in the future, especially when it comes to like high priority coins, especially like utility coins and stuff like that. But Bitcoin, I think, will always be around. But we have to understand, once these coins take off and are at massive prices, like a lot of people say they're not centralized. Some of these markets are decentralized. None of it is decentralized, okay? It's all centralized, trust me. Because if you have a big whale, like a Bitcoin holder, there's going to be buy walls, okay? So the coin will not drop past a certain point, and it will not go higher than a certain point. Because just like you can set up a buy wall, you can also set up a sell wall, okay? So if a price is peaking at like 65 or 70 or 73, like Bitcoin has been doing, and once it hits those targets, well, there's a sell wall there. Once it goes below a certain amount, there's a buy wall there. Understand that dynamic when it comes to cryptocurrency, because it's different from like stocks and stuff like that. It's a lot different. And it's a 24-hour game. You know what I mean? So basically, this goes through an article where it talks about like buy and sell wall in 20 and 2022, like through that cycle. There was areas where Bitcoin would not go past. And this could happen with any coin as long as a company or entity owns a major majority of it. You get me? So you can say, like, let's talk about the U.S. government. Imagine the U.S. government has been confiscating a lot of Bitcoin through the past years. Now, guess what? Now they're a major holder of Bitcoin, and they can set up these targets and stuff like that. It's not 100%, but it will affect people who are leveraging against the market. Remember, the bank always wins. The table, the casino, they always win. And that's just how it is when it comes to these buy walls and sell walls. All right. So moving on. So basically, I forgot his name. Let's just read it here. After Thrive Protocol's Ben West and Evan Hatch's popular explainer on who Lean Sazman is, Sassaman, the man Polymarket briefly named most likely to be Satoshi Nakamoto. But basically, he used AI, and it's just crazy the way AI is going. But basically, he made a 12-minute podcast with two people jokingly saying and bantering as they revealed the story of Lean Sassaman. So basically, AI created this 12-minute video. Now you can go through this. I'm pretty sure it's here. Let me see. But this statistic basically says like how AI is like outweighing a lot of what's happening in the crypto industry. So basically, he played this to his girlfriend, I believe it was, and she basically says she was completely like fooled. You know what I mean? So we have to be careful with the information that we're gathering, okay? Make sure you always double check it. Just like I said in the beginning of this, always double check the work, okay? Always double check the articles. Make sure you figure out who it's done by, as you guys can see here. Go and check if this person's credible. See what other content they have. Don't just read an article like this and be like, oh yeah, that's cool. No, do not do that. But my point with this is AI was able to make a 12-minute podcast with basically two people bantering and joking with each other about the story of Lee Nelson. I haven't heard it myself personally, but it's one of those things where I know exactly where this is going when it comes to AI and how AI is outperforming a lot of these industries. Like NVIDIA was like number one for a while. I do not know if they're still number one, but we have to remember what NVIDIA does. They create these processing chips and all this stuff, but the more powerful a chip can be for our technology and stuff like that, the more powerful the AI will be. But yeah, remember, always do your own research. Your mind is your crown. Okay? Every piece of information you get adorns your crown with more. Okay? Remember, don't ever leave the house without your crown. You are a king and a queen in your own right. Now, if you fall under those other categories, I don't know what those are, but I appreciate you guys. Give me a like, a share. Make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss anything in the future. Y'all have a brilliant day. Peace.